Welcome to the Commemoration, previously recorded November 26th. This is Canarsie, Rockaway Parkway. The next stop on this Brooklyn-bound podcast is Last Stop on the L.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
But look at here! Look! I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat. You name it! Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat. You name it! Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys. You name it! You name it! You name it!
Yo, what up? Last Stop on the L, Season 2, Episode 1. Woo, we made it!
We here.
We here. Yes, it's our anniversary. We're going to that. It's your boy Mayhem Mike. Find me at YFR Mayhem. Before we go into that, please, let us know how we doing. Go to the Last Stop on the L on Instagram, Last Stop on the L on Facebook, Last Stop on the L on Twitter. Yeah, reach out to us. We want to hear what you guys think.
All day. What up? Vonda Sage here. Still not on Twitter like that. Don't bother. Yeah, super excited, guys. We made it. It's season 2.
Season 2.
That's awesome. And who we got next to us right here?
You got your boy Juice Cannon. I'm filling in for Danny Ocean.
He's on vacation.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I'm here to talk that talk. Spicy.
I mean, speaking of spicy, what did the Juice have for Thanksgiving? I mean, what was so spicy about your Thanksgiving, sir?
Oh, man. I went to like 3 different people's houses. So
you house hopped?
Yeah, I house hopped.
A common practice within the community. Go ahead.
Right? So I had a little bit of everything. Like, I had some African food, had some Hispanic food, and then, went to my sis Jasmine's house, and that was...
Shout out to Jasmine.
Yeah, that was some American food. So, yeah, there we go.
Mayhem Mike wants your chicken.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of it in there.
What about you, Vonna? What you did?
I cooked a lot.
Ooh, slaving over that pot.
I was up at 4 a.m. cooking.
You know what? I'm going to give you a theme song. Look at the flick of the wrist. Ha! Look at the flick of that wrist. That wrist!
If you can hear my eyes rolling in the back of my head.
Look at the roll of the eyes.
So I made 3 sweet potato pies, a ham, a chicken, a turkey, yams, potato salad. What am I missing? Mac and cheese. Yeah, I made all of that.
That sounds dope. No, that sounds dope for real. Like, I was over here threatening the ocean. I was like, listen, boy. If we ever get old and we have kids, and you try to give my son a tuna salad or a casserole, we fighting, son. I'm not even fighting you. I'm fighting your wife. She let it go down.
Casseroles can be tasty if you know what you're doing. Actually, I did something different with my mac and cheese. I never do mac and cheese because to me it's like, meh. Everyone else loves mac and cheese. My mac and cheese level is completely different.
Okay.
So what I did was I combined like my hood black side way of doing it with my classically trained French side.
Okay.
And I made a bechamel, which is a cheese, which is the milk-based sauce.
Okay.
Right. Added mad cheese to that. And I added a little sweetened condensed milk to that.
Okay.
Give it a nice little... So then I did that. I mixed all the macaroni with that. And then I dumped like another half a pound of cheese on that. Then I put it to the side. I was like, I'll let that get marinate and shit. Then I popped that shit in the oven. Bang. Right.
Bang.
Put more cheese on top.
Word.
That shit was...
Cheezilla.
You know what
Right.
You know what the funny thing is, Juice?
Yeah.
I ain't get no invite to this cheese spectacular. It wasn't ready to eat for everybody.
I got mac and cheese on stash for you. Don't worry about it.
Send that. Cut the check. Cut the cheese. Let me tell you something about...
Oh, you want us to cut the cheese? That's not nice.
Cut the cheese, send it, girl. Let me tell you about how Thanksgiving tells you whose house you really need to be at. They let you know who your real ones are. First of all, if you don't get an invite... If you don't get an invite, it's okay. They better have an excuse. It's all right. Family time, Thanksgiving. But when you come to that person's house, like I did, and that macaroni pie, wait, hold on. What is macaroni pie? There's
macaroni
a difference.
Pie is the Caribbean macaroni and cheese.
No, it is not the macaroni and cheese. Because mac and cheese don't stay together like mac and pie does. That is an insult, girl. You will get shanked.
You haven't had my mac and cheese then.
That's different. You made yourself, I don't know, you made your concoction. I'm with it. I bring the snob with me. We over here like, we give Varna's concoction 3 stars. On the Hood Yelp.
I'll bring the fucking log in.
You know what the Hood Yelp is called? Help. You fought for this. So anyway, so I had Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
I went over to one of my friends' house, and it was a matriarchy of women. You know, they did their thing. They held me down. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's always different from like different cultures, the West Indians and whatnot. I feel like when men are more involved, the liquor is on point. Like, when men are involved, now we got that Johnny, we got that Jack, we got this, that. When the women are involved, well, you know, we got this wine, and then we got that rum that we haven't opened for like the last 10 years if you want to try it. But it doesn't matter because it was really good. It was a really great family setting. It's a different perspective. Because, like, my family, we had everything. We had mac and cheese. We had John rice every now and again. We had the lentil pea soup. We had mushrooms. We had collard greens, depending if you want to eat that. We had the turkey. One year, we had turkey and chicken. Oh. So you had the dry meat versus I got some juices in it.
Let's get this straight, people. I can't even say black people, because this must be a thing that just Americans do. Right. Your turkey should not be dry. No poultry should be dry. And half the reason why, I'm going a little rant right now because niggas don't listen. Half the reason why y'all should be dry because y'all overcook the shit. Get yourself a fucking digital read thermometer from wherever, and you tempt the breast meat. If it is at 165, take that bitch out. Any higher than that, you're gonna have fucking sawdust, bitch. Don't overcook your fucking poultry. It's unnecessary. Oh, is it cooked? Nigga, I went to school for this shit. Yes, it's cooked. God damn it. Anyway, I had to share that because niggas ain't shit.
I just want to say to my new friends, I don't mind it being so dry as long as you got sauce and it was seasoned. That's all I'm saying.
Gravy's important. Gravy. Oh, that's what I was. Thank you. You know what? I just remembered. I made gravy with the pieces from the turkey, and I made stuffing.
Ooh,
I made that too.
You the real one. Mashed potatoes.
Oh, and cranberry sauce from scratch.
Who doesn't do cranberry sauce though?
Oh yeah,
from scratch.
I was a
I didn't pick the shit out the can, nigga.
All right. I'm just saying.
Difference.
She was up since 4 a.m. Word.
I had a timeline. I should have took a picture of my timeline. I timed out everything.
Okay. Did you bring out the good plates too?
No, they didn't have good plates. Nigga, I fed you. That's your gift.
Oh, okay. But I didn't get it. So, anyway.
Where's the jollof rice? Where's my shit? Where's that?
The jollof rice?
I want to let you know something that's really real. I'm only Haitian by association right now. Like, I show my Haitian card. They speak to me in Korean. Listen, I don't need to do that. Just give me my plate.
I don't even know what that shit is, but everyone talks about it. I'm like, I want some. It looks tasty.
Black rice?
I have never had it.
Next time I get some slamming black rice, I'll save you some. Dead serious. Because there's a Haitian restaurant around me, but anyway, move forward with this.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I got one more thing to ask. All right. So is there a real time limit on how long you can eat Thanksgiving leftovers?
At least a week. I say at least.
I like that.
It's a week.
Yeah.
But if
if you want to be real, you can freeze that shit. If you pack it well enough, put that shit in the freezer.
The only problem is like if you freeze like chicken, if you freeze turkey, it kind of depending on how high your freezer is and how long you leave it, it can dry it becomes gamey, a little bit rubbery, depending. It all depends. But yeah, you could. That's a week. That's a week, bro. You're gonna get tired of it, but week.
Yeah.
That's why in the West Indian household we have like generally 3 main dishes. We have like the soup beforehand. We have the actual meal, and then we have like little whatever we made, like little desserts and whatnot. You mix all that in, you got food for like school for the next month. Honestly,
low key, yeah.
Anyway, let me tell you about my wishbone experience. Right?
Oh boy,
my wishbone experience is like. I ain't even touch a wishbone, that's to be real. We ate all the food, there was no wishbone. But I had a wishbone in my dream that this impeachment, let me tell you, look. This impeachment, the Lord told me with eyes that could clearly see of a blind man, this impeachment would happen. And I'm still waiting for it because it still hasn't happened. I mean, they've been talking about it.
It's in the process now. They officially moved.
How long y'all need? Didn't Bill get kicked out in a week? I did not have. Okay, bye guys.
No, what happened was when Bill Clinton was The rumors of impeachment circulated and it scared his ass, and that's when he stepped down. He never got impeached. He stepped down. So let's not get that twisted.
Let's bring it up.
This nigga ain't budget. We have to fucking kill his ass for him to even be impeached at this point.
I just want to take this time out because I feel Danny Ocean flinching right now. We are not suggesting that anything happens.
I am
the 45. Neither is Vaughn Sage. This is just an audio edit. We like her. Go on.
We don't like them.
But he needs a bop in the head for because
he's a bop in the head.
No, seriously, he out here propagating. He's out here fronting, talking about guess who's the new man of the year for Time magazine? Hold on, Fire.
Woo!
Stop it, Fire.
He's totally crazy.
Stop at 45.
You know what kills me?
That Time shouted him out.
No, I saw that happening, but even more. Oh, we're gonna get into that in a minute. You know, I'm gonna reserve that one because that's a flame too. So anyway, what the fuck? Why does he just be coming out of left field saying random shit? Like there's not other people to corroborate with it not being true, with it being untrue. Like,
I'm gonna tell you something that just hit me.
He's narcissistic.
Is the ultimate social media troller, son.
Oh yeah,
he plays on the social media. So it's like you haven't had so much to talk about. Let me give you something. And you know what? You know how many people actually believed he was going to be on actual Time?
Crazy.
But
here's the thing.
And then Time was like, "Yo, that's not true." And they're like, "Nah, Time was just playing." Kind of like Dove. I'm sorry. We missed the mark on this one.
So
hashtag no rest.
Speaking to his trolling abilities, that whole LeVar Ball situation. You heard about that, right?
No, tell me what happened.
So I know you did. Shut up. I don't know because Lavelle, whatever. One of the Ball boys went to China, played over there. Him and his friends got into some bullshit because one of them shoplifted from Gucci in China.
First of all,
let me wait before you even do that.
You're right.
Okay, they did that. They're kids. I'm not excusing that behavior. They should have known better, absolutely. Yeah. But at the same time,
that was his mama.
But at the same time, this is the same shit that happens. We get ostracized and we made pariahs because of the same shit that other people of other races do, and it gets swept under the rug.
Yep.
They were met at LaGuardia, wherever. No, I can't even say LaGuardia. They didn't come into New York. Wherever the freaking place they landed at, there was paparazzi everywhere taking pictures of them. And I'm like, you know what? When Bush's daughters was getting coked up, no one was saying shit like that. But they can make an honest mistake, and then they return the shit, and then no one snitched on each other. That's half the issue. So it was a group of them. It wasn't necessarily even the LeVar Ball's son.
Right.
He was guilty by association.
Entourage, yeah.
Right.
And not even entourage. They all went overseas with college playing. This is college, right? He was in college.
Yeah.
He's in college. So he did some dumb shit. No one snitched on each other. That's some shit. Good for y'all. That's some real brotherhood shit. I peeped that. And here come fucking trolling ass Trump. Oh, LeVar Ball didn't even call me to say thank you. The last time I checked, it's an ambassador or a diplomat's job to figure out how that shit works in another country. 45. You can't even count to 10, nigga. Like, what the fuck you talking about? You don't even know how many digits is on the phone to get some fucking call China. Like, get the fuck out of here with that.
We don't have China on speed dial.
No. Like, you don't even know who the fuck runs China at this point. Like, get the fuck out of here. And then LeVar came back and was like, nah. I didn't get a call from you. You didn't do that shit. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym, literally. So, that shit was mad funny. Because he trolled him back for that. After he was like, you know, you making the situation worse by trying to ostracize my kid even more. You didn't put no energy into this. That wasn't you. No one asked you.
Yeah.
No one asked you.
Listen, man. Listen, when you have money and you have a certain social status, you can kind of claim whatever you want. Because right now, like Ocean said previously, a couple episodes before, facts don't matter now.
And it's scary.
Facts don't matter.
The lie's more entertaining than the truth.
Receipts don't matter.
The lie is more entertaining than the truth.
We gotta make it matter. But I'm gonna move forward with this because this is whatever.
Didn't they want him to apologize? Like someone was mad. Like LeVar Ball should be apologized.
That
like
was Trump. Trump was like, you didn't. Basically, you weren't grateful for me helping you to get your son from China. You didn't do shit.
Fuck out of here. 45.
Right? Like you didn't do anything. So stop it.
So I agree. Like that's crazy.
That shit was ridiculous.
I mean, he is our president. Y'all voted for him, not me.
Right.
Anyway, so really quickly, I just want to say, like, this is 1 year anniversary of the show. It's been really dope. I've been here from jump, obviously, with my boy Daddy Ocean. Before we met Juice, I started recruiting in his studios, which is also a great thing. And then obviously we met Vonna Sage, who literally text me her resume to get on this show. I'm never going to forget that. I just want you to let you know that. And we've been making these hits out since. I want to say thank you to all our supporters. Thank you to everybody who came with guests.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you to Juice. Thank you to Easy Smith, who walked away not too long ago. Thank you to Vaughn. Thank you to High Bridge Representative. You know, all our guests once again. Because without y'all, I mean, we still would have done this, but we wouldn't have been as successful as we are right now, for sure.
It's a nice little family. It's growing.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, like, y'all cool or whatever.
You don't want to get mushy.
You ain't getting no fucking mac and cheese, nigga. Keep fucking around.
Man.
All right.
Right.
Remember, you fell on the show at one point out of a chair. You know what I'm saying?
That was because Juice's chair tried to take me out.
Nah,
That was Juice's chair.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
That was his chair's fault. Then you thought
It was the chair's fault. I think we fixed it.
No, we fixed it after my fat ass sitting there.
I think we fixed
It
it.
took my fat ass to come here and fall out of it to fix it. That's some bullshit.
You what that was?
Shit.
Yo, we got a black nerd up
Right.
there. We got to talk about The Punisher.
Word.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen The Punisher, take a weekend, take a couple days out of your day to
Yeah, it's
watch it.
binge worthy.
A lot of people were concerned about it. Like, first of all, it was going to come out around the time that our latest massacre, unfortunately, happened in Nevada. And it was around, and they said
that was not a good idea.
I mean, it was kind of like up in the air about coming out, but then they were like, we put it on pause because of things
that was
happened.
smart for the
Yes, that
hand
was
claps to Netflix for being fucking conscious enough to stop themselves from putting out something that everyone was waiting for. That was, you get a kudos for that. That was awesome.
Oh no, but you can't do that because they put out that show. What was it, Dear White People, the series, and all the white people were like, "That's racist."
Yeah,
I just want to throw that in.
All the white people that ain't saying shit. I love when they say all these white people or all the Uwees be saying shit. These are some closet Uwees then because I don't be having no one step to me with this bullshit. I guess we live in one of those states.
I got the angry blackface, that's why. So
I guess I do too.
So The Punisher is a dope series. It's not. If you're looking for a run 'em and gun 'em, it's not a run 'em and gun 'em. Is there gun action? Yes. Is there running action? Yes. Frank Castle is developed as a character. You see why he's the way he is. You see his origin. And on top of that, they explain why he's like not a professional. Because like kind of in Daredevil, he was kind of like, you see me professional. This is like kind of like in between. So he's like messing up and it's kind of like he has a wish to die, but he's not dying yet. But he's still doing things. A big major villain is revealed at the end, so look out for that. This story is so deep. Do they have some moments that's kind of unbelievable? Yes. Like this is one part where Frank is running throughout the alley, and the cop stopped right in front of him. He has time to pick up a rock, throw it, and assault the first officer who's driving as he comes out of the car. Let me tell you something. Maybe because he's Yui, he got that off. Because I'm pretty sure as soon as we kept moving, pop, 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 my black guys would have been on the floor. Right. But anywho, definitely check it out. It's really dope. This is by far the best adaptation from Netflix, from Marvel. Straight up. I'm not gonna lie. Daredevil is the bee's knees or whatever you want to call it. It's the business, but this is the best one.
Well, think about it. It's kind of hard.
Themes.
You know what? That kind of makes sense. I'm thinking about the other stuff that they've done for Marvel. But Jessica Jones and what's the other one with the chocolatey guy that's handsome?
Luke Cage.
Those weren't movies. Those were just comic books straight into this. So it's kind of difficult to play off of those because that's our first moving visual of those two comics.
Right.
Whereas Punisher and Daredevil were movies first.
Yeah.
And then hopped into, years later, Netflix picked up the rights to it. So it's kind of hard to compare them because they had like blockbuster money. And then Punisher was two different movies for Punisher. Wasn't it?
Yeah, there was two.
And one of them, my baby be like, that shit was horrible. I forgot which one it is, but whenever it comes on, he be ready to throw the TV out. I'll be like, all right, just turn the channel. It's not that serious. But it's kind of hard when you have like really big shoes to fill versus no shoes to fill.
I felt like what Marvel did with this Netflix adaptation is that they said, we're going to do something that hasn't really been done in comic books. I'm sure at some point it has, but not fully, where they flesh out the story afterwards. Like, when he starts becoming the Punisher. Like, after he gets his revenge, then what? What makes him come back into it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And technically...
Well, he wasn't really... He was pushed back into it, right?
Right. So, I'm not... Because it's too much to spoil.
No, of course.
But it kind of leaves you at the end, like, there's going to be a second season. Because it's just like, at the end, he's just like... Kind of like, what now? I'm going to let that sit. There's some major themes on it. Like, you know, obviously loyalty, all this other stuff the government does. But, like, how war affects our veterans. You know what I'm saying? There's so much stuff that goes on, and it's so I don't want to give it away, but there's so much themes. You need to check it out.
All right, one question. What's the timeline? Like, is it the 70s, 80s?
No,
it's modern. It's modern.
Okay.
Yes, present day. Cool. Woo, check it out. Moving on from that, we previously talked about Thor Ragnarok on another episode, but I do want to talk about Justice League. I had the pleasure of seeing Justice League. Let me tell you, it's not a short movie, but what happens is by the time you get into it, it's half over. You understand? Yeah.
Explain. Yeah.
So, once again, like I was telling you guys, DC has a weird storytelling method where it's like they kind of throw lots of information at you, and you kind of got to pick it up right then and there and kind of take along with it.
Well, you know why, though, right? I'm pretty sure there's a method to that madness, because they have to understand their audience. People have short attention spans nowadays. Think about it. Like, what's the last movie you really sat down for that was 3+ hours?
What's the last 3-hour movie? I'll let you know.
Probably Star Wars.
I watched it.
Yeah.
But think about, like, the fan bases for Star Wars.
Let me tell you something.
You're trying to turning a book into a 3-hour movie is way more feasible than turning comics into 3-hour movies, because the comic is a whole fucking universe that you're trying to succinct into movie form, and they're trying to do it in like a certain timeline. It's kind of like, I understand what you're saying. I haven't seen the movie yet, and I already know me and Mayhem have different opinions on.
That's fine.
On
Let's
how movies play out, because I consider myself a bit of a film buff, so I have a higher tolerance for different cinematic
mediocrity. Love you, boo.
Every time
she's giving him the evil eye right now. The evil eye.
You get a quarter less fucking mac and cheese next time I see a black ass.
You will not oppress me, Ovarian Bastille. Okay?
Anyway, I feel like it's kind of hard, because Marvel came out and has been doing its thing for over a decade with these movies, and DC is now just getting maybe we should do this too.
So, let me tell you something. I respect anybody that does things differently, as long as it's done tastefully and good. Right. Like, for instance, I'll give you way back. Spider-Man, right? Marvel film, of course. Right. When Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, and he had the web shooters come out of his actual hand, people were like, what? That's not Spider-Man. That's not what he does, blah, blah, blah. I was like, it makes sense. Let's see where they go with it. The first one, pretty good. The second one, yeah, I liked it, but whatever. But the third one, trash. But we're talking about DC. Yeah. The third one with Venom.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That was horrible, bro.
When he was emo for like a few days. Oh my god,
they never forget about that.
That was mad funny.
The internet blew up on that.
So funny. He was so emo.
So, like, when it comes to DC, first of all, I'm upset with DC, because let me tell you a tactic that they do. They highly use this method where you don't get the full movie in theaters. You get the full movie where? DVD. So let's look at the movie prices in New York. How much tickets cost?
$100.
$100. Okay, that's right. So you're right, depending, because we have buffs, we have fans that go to see like the I Pick movie or like the Mid 3D, and it's like $20-$30. But let's just say the regular movie ticket is $13. I believe $13.95. I'm gonna say $14.
Almost $15.
Yeah, almost $15.
No, plus tax. That's right. So $15 for a movie ticket. You leave, let's say Batman vs Superman. You're like, I don't necessarily get it, but I guess I get it. And they're like, yo, but don't worry, we got the director's cut. And you like, oh, that's where they played the whole movie. All right, cool. How much a DVD cost? $19.99. So you spent another $20. That's $35 for a movie.
And you gotta wait like 6 months.
Yeah.
Depending on how successful it is, because
because if it's shitty, it'll get out quicker.
Right,
real quick.
Right. So now you spent $35 to get this movie fully explained to you. It may not necessarily be all that great. It may not
Even a director's cut.
Even a director's cut. So you're gonna make me spend $35 to see your vision? That's what's killing movie culture. Because
but who else really does that?
Hold on.
No, I need an example.
Okay, I think it's just them. I haven't really seen anyone.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think no one else really has done that.
Because I give you a great example. A 3-hour movie that I can remember the last time I actually stayed for was probably Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, the last one. Yeah. That movie was hella long.
That was not the last one, but the one before that. The one where
it was with the mermaids and shit.
With the Davy Jones locker where Will was fighting on the top of the thing and there was a whirlwind going on and he had to like make a deal. That one I paid attention to. I don't remember that for nothing because I was just like, what am I?
That was
but I paid attention to it.
At World's End.
There you go. That's true. At World's End. So it's just like it's kind of like Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. If you like build us up to fully, we'll because here's the crazy thing about comic books. Even comic books now, they have great stories.
Yeah.
They have classic stories that they can use from like the 80s to bring up now.
From the 40s.
Exactly. So when you bring up Justice League and you kind of give me this Hancocker from DC, but yet Marvel's out here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, the reason why it's so hard for them.
I know what it is. They want to milk you out of your money, not only for DVDs but also to go watch other movies. I get it.
That's fine, but like at least give people what the fuck they're paying.
Well, I could understand. I could go in depth a little bit. Like with comic books, all right. With books about stories, it's usually. Like, let's say the Harry Potter series is pretty much straight cut, right?
Yeah.
Comics is like, you can make alternate universes. People don't know there's like 8 different Batmans.
Right.
There's like 8 different Supermans. 52, yeah. So you gotta pick. It's like, the movie, they have to pick which one they feel is like, I don't know, budget-wise they could do. I don't know.
Or makes more sense story-wise. Because comics be jumping all over the place.
Yeah. Which is fine, because you can do that with comics.
Right.
I'm totally for that.
But then when you're trying to make it something more palatable for the general public, because that's the thing, like, you already know off of GP, comic heads are gonna go see it just because it's out and that's part of it. Like, I love Star Wars. I've seen all the Star Wars movies.
Same.
And that is like a thing for me. Whether I've heard good things or whether I've heard bad things, I go to see it.
I go to see it for the Jedi fight. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right.
Darth Maul's still the best. I'm sorry.
Anywho, so it's the same thing with this. What DC I think is doing is taking advantage of the fact that Marvel has made probably billions of dollars off of something that they've been doing again over at least 10 years, and they're late to the party now. If they're really trying to drive this gravy train out, they better go harder. Because I think a lot of people are going to feel like you, and it's lacking.
My whole thing is like, you have the script. You literally have the script. Pick up a classic.
Well, they need to switch up.
Translate.
They need to pick up different people to translate it.
So with Justice League, let me just say this: when you guys see it, I definitely want to hear your opinions on the next episode, obviously, but. There's no build-up of characters in any of them. In Justice League, I can understand not building up Wonder Woman. She had her own movie. Superman's dead, so you can't do that.
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote. I'm not, no spoilers here.
If you watching this and you don't know that Superman can't die, kill yourself. How about that?
Well, here's the thing.
You know what I'm saying. Don't be.
I'm not gonna be that guy.
Right.
But the way they handle the situation, if you think about it, it's stupid.
It's stupid. It is stupid.
It's stupid.
I know.
Okay. So Wonder Woman went down.
Wonder Woman, Superman versus Batman.
Batman is supposed to come out. We don't know what's going to happen with that, right?
No. That's going to be very interesting.
They're going to do it in maneuvers, like why did he go crazy? Why did he started killing people? Why he couldn't figure out that Clark Kent was Superman, or that Clark Kent was actually, after 18 months, was actually helping people. He was Superman, not killing people. And then he's like, oh, Martha. Oh, I made a mistake. Let me go back to who I was. By the way, he only uses 3 gadgets. The Batarang.
He said this twice.
One more question. What age is this Batman? He's continuing from Batman vs Superman.
They make hints that he's old.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Let me tell you something. That's crazy, right?
Okay.
So check this out, right? So Christopher Nolan's Batman gave up being Batman.
Right. At a certain age.
His mansion was torched.
And ran away with Selena to Italy. I remember that. Right.
So technically, what's his face became Robin at the end. Who you would think would become Batman? I forgot the orphan.
There's like 3 different Robins.
Right.
So
right.
So he would become Robin.
He's supposed to, which is Nightwing.
Right, and then become Batman if anything. Nightwing generally moves to Bloodhaven. Right. So then, if they continue this, they need to explain how Robin kind of connected, because the suit used in Christopher Nolan versus the suit used in this guy, totally different. Then they also have to explain the Joker, because it seemed like the Joker killed Robin. Then they also have to explain, how did Batman come back? Like, how was he accepted back? Like,
into Gotham. Because remember, he was a pariah. They made him like, fuck Batman.
Even though he keeps saying no. Whatever. No, but then on top of that, he's killing people.
He's the most tortured soul ever. I
can understand this makes sense. Like, he's always been teetering the line between a criminal
and
vigilante. So it's like, you got to explain that. You got to tell me why you're Batman, but then why you Batman killing people, but then you meet Superman, Martha, then you back to Batman again.
See, that's the problem.
And then he's older, by the way.
There's so many versions that have been told of Batman that this is why it's fucked up. With Superman, you had the ones that came out like in the 80s and the 70s, and then they trailed off. Then they tried to reboot it a few years ago. That shit was trash. And then they did it again with the new hottie British guy that I love so much. And it was a good job. They did a good job.
Yeah, no, I think
they did a good job. I think he's that is like
the Superman face. No, they were comparing him to Christopher Reeves, which is a big thing.
Big,
huge. Because Christopher Reeves, everyone knew him as Batman, and even
Superman.
Sorry, my bad, Superman. Mm-hmm. Even the dude when he on the TV show.
Superman.
Tom. What is this nigga's
the guy from Smallville?
Not
the Smallville
show. I'm sorry, I forgot. It's Tom something.
No, it's not
Tom something.
His name is not.
Whatever.
Tom.
All I know is that theme song. Somebody save me. Okay, good. Sorry. You looking at me like you're crazy. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah.
What's his name?
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of interesting when they
Tom Selleck.
People keep on beating me. I don't know where the fuck you got that name from. Tom Selleck is old as fuck. That's the dude from Blue Bloods.
I take him. You know what? He could probably be Martian Manhunter or Odin. He could probably be a good Odin.
No, he's a horrible Odin.
Nah, Miss
Anthony. Anyway, damn it. You can't beat a dead horse anymore. I feel like with DC, they've given their rights to too many different people, and everyone has their own spin on what they feel like should happen now. And because of that, everyone's fucking confused because there's no end point and start point for any of this shit. There's no continuity, and it confuses people. That's how I feel.
That's cool. You can always go back and do origin. This movie offers no solid ground. There are a lot of stuff that's in there for no reason. I'm just gonna say there's a family that's focused on for no reason.
Wow.
Really, there's no focus. There's not.
Well, you said when you go into it, by the time you go into it, it's halfway over. So are you saying that there's a room for a part 2?
Well,
there's going to be a part 2. They're
trying to build their own.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Their own big universe situation to
Cyborg.
With,
the guy who plays Cyborg, not to cut you off, is the best actor there.
Nice.
You don't like Flash?
Cyborg got a great story too. If you look up Cyborg, he got a great story.
Definitely. The Flash was literally a guy who was comedic and whatnot. He was like young, whatever. I understand that. I accept that. It's a new adaptation because they already got the success of the Flash on the WB,
right?
On the
CW,
whatever. They changed
Same
it.
difference,
right? So like
old heads called WB.
Right,
WB11.
Hello, my baby. Remember we had that frog?
Yes.
Back when Dawson's Creek was a thing. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Anyways,
I know all the theme songs.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. We're gonna get back to this.
All right.
Good job, though. I'm gonna give you 5.
That's right.
So like Flash is like, all right, they're gonna flesh out Cyborg. I'd be interested to see that man play a cyborg. I'm not sure if I'd be interested to see him in his own solo movie. And to be honest with you, his origin story is not shown in that film because it's shown in Batman vs. Superman and that little clips,
it is.
in the email, which ironically, I don't understand how they're not superheroes until Justice League, but they have their own superhero logos in the email. But whatever.
Weird.
Aquaman is
because what you call it made them.
That doesn't make any sense.
The dude
Lex
that
Luthor?
Yeah, Lex Remember, he was looking for them to kill them off.
Right.
So he's researching all these different people. So he was the one that gave them those symbols.
An evil guy gave the good guys their symbols.
You didn't yeah.
I know. It don't make no sense. I know. But I'm just saying. Anyway, your boy, your eye candy, Aquaman is literally a surfer.
Yes.
A powerful surfer.
Yes, I'm okay with that.
That you're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Aquaman is Dullsville. Besides that, he's
you know why he's there. His purpose is useful. He is there to get the women to sit down with the men for this fucking 2-hour headache. That is why Jason Momoa was put in this fucking show. Let's not get this twisted.
And Batman is nothing but a comedic presence. Like Batman's just out here giving jokes. Yes. So go see it at your own risk. I feel Thor Ragnarok is much better. You could go see both movies and be thoroughly satisfied in the fact that you still have eyes and ears to listen to anything in this world. Thor Ragnarok is a simple story, but it does really well in exploring two other characters. It makes Thor actually have somewhat of a better story. He's not just eye candy. He cuts his hair though, and the girl
still look good.
The girl who
Valkyrie.
Her, she was nice.
Tessa Thompson.
There you go, because I was going to call it something else. And as well as Lady Death is also, Kate
Blanchett, yes.
Definitely go see it. I just feel like it wasn't worth your time. Justice League, you probably wait for the
damn
DVD.
But I will say this.
Hood release.
Hood release. My ninja. The second after credits, there's two. The second after credits makes the movie. I'm just going to say Legion of Doom.
So I got oh, Lord.
That's all I'm going to say. So...
oh, Lord.
Let's go into some we all can relate to. She's Gotta Have It by Spike Lee. Yo, my fellow co-workers here. Let me not say co-workers. Co-hosts, co-mic people, whatever you want to call them. They haven't seen it. I'm letting you know. Shit is real. Shit is real. First of all, shout out to Spike Lee because yes, you're a bitter old soul, but you still got it for your imagery. Spike Lee has this thing. Spike Lee has this thing where he'll have that actor or actress face the camera, say something, and then they'd be zoom in, and he'd be and then I'm shouting now, so you get it. Still the same Spike.
Right.
Still the same Spike.
He has a very specific cinematographer presence.
Yep. He makes sure that you know that this is all about Brooklyn, based in Brooklyn. This world is Brooklyn all day, every day. They even say that at one point. You see Biggie. He also, because he wants you to know where culture is, after every scene where a certain music piece is showing, he actually shows you who sings it and the cover of the album. So Jill Scott, living my life like it's golden, shows the whole album and everything.
That's awesome.
He's not playing. I was at first kind of but I got into it and I was like, yo, this man is brilliant. This is his step back into the cinema world. I know he's been behind the scenes or whatever, but this is this is me. This is Spike Lee.
He directed every episode? Oh, wow.
I'm sure he had help, but
it's been a while since he's been
Spike's style. He
produces and writes a lot.
He puts himself in the show because Spike Lee always has that weird hat.
Yeah,
and he dresses like the Knicks, whatever. He has a character like that in there. I'm not gonna go into.
Oh no, yeah, one of the young
Mars,
guys.
Yeah, Mars.
I peeped that. I was like, oh, you think you slick?
A lot of Netflix watching.
I was like, you think you slick, Spike? I peeped that.
But what makes the show so good? Let's talk about, besides the imagery of Brooklyn, besides the fact that they're talking about gentrification, besides the fact that they're talking about racism, besides the fact that they're talking about women being sexually exploited and sexually assaulted, besides the fact that they're just talking about black excellence, Spike puts a great. So I don't know who got with Spike. It's mind-boggling. So
have you never seen the original movie?
Yes, I've seen the movie.
Oh, okay.
No, but it's just
people don't know.
Huh?
So for people that don't realize, this is based off of a movie that he did in the 90s. You should watch that and then watch the show. Just heads up.
No, definitely.
A lot of people don't know that.
So
I didn't know that.
That's fine. I'm more excited because I feel like even if you didn't see the movie, although it's always great to know where this came from,
you gotta see the original before you see the remake.
This is a great work by itself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Here it is. You're dealing with this woman who's dealing with the fact that she's an artiste. She's struggling in Brooklyn. She's living in a brownstone. Her parents are also artists. She has friends that are going to. They talk about media. Okay. They talk about the fact where they actually talk about the points of ass. and how I so like how big your booty is and why is it on TV so much to a point where one of her friends gets surgery and it's just crazy what happened.
Oh shit!
They talk about like this girl named Reggie in her art school that she teaches, who's like got a dope eye, but hands her like gives her her bill and says, "Here, hold this." When she talks about why it is she can be a hoe or portrayed as a hoe in America and make it. And she drew references from Amber Rose and Nicki Minaj. Yo, when I tell you this is it. This is, I mean, and then of course the main character, she goes through a lot. So it's a believable person. It's not just like I made the story up. This person is dealing with control issues. This person is dealing with sexuality issues. You know what I'm saying? Like
everyday person.
And it's just like you have to see it. And right off the bat, like some of the girls I was watching this with were like some of those pickup lines that guys say. I heard that.
Shit.
It's like 2 or more, and I'm like, what did I say? You know what I'm saying? So definitely check it. She's Gotta Have It. It's Nola Darling is the main character. I realized I didn't say her name. Her name is Nola Darling. Awesome. And it's like one of the best things. I'm expecting everybody to see it. Goddamn, it's the next time we talk about it.
Yeah. I'm starting. Yeah, tonight.
I didn't even know it dropped. I thought it was dropping. No, I feel like I didn't get an alert. My bad.
It's like 33 minutes. I think the longest I've seen was like 37 minutes. And it's only 10 episodes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, okay.
So you can bang that out, binge it out, and definitely write a review on it. Let us know. I'm excited. Speaking of Black excellence, Dave Chappelle's new stand-up.
Yeah, I saw that.
For New Year's, he used Stranger Things.
Right.
Yo, if you don't know who Dave Chappelle is, quietly kill yourself.
Yeah.
Seriously, Dave Chappelle is probably the best black comic with a message of the modern world. Honestly, I can't really think of anybody
top of the
else.
top, cream of the top.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to see what he has to say because when he dropped the Netflix special, he had it for 3. He said 3 shows. Yeah. I'm like, where's the 3rd show? I'm like a Dave Chappelle fanatic. I'm like, where's the 3rd show, Dave?
Because we miss him. His ass went to Africa and dipped on us. He was all tight. Like, we was in here, like, laughing at asses every fucking weekend.
Watching Key and Peele steal his shit.
I let you know that comic life is real. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. But speaking of black excellence, can we move on to Jaden Smith? Sire.
Yeah.
All right, so let me start off by saying that this is not his most classic album, but this is the best album that he's put out so far.
How many albums does he have?
He has like 2, 3 of them, if I'm not mistaken.
When the fuck did that shit happen?
Exactly, nobody listens to
Right.
it. Okay, I mean, you were rocking with him when he did the Karate Kid over, went from braids to the big hat, the big afro, and
his
then he was
movie
rocking
career
with Justin Bieber and whatnot, and his sister, I whip my hair back and forth, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, then they gave him a Twitter, and we were just like, what is this kid on? So the great thing about Jaden Smith...
He's on money. That's what the fuck he's on.
Well, Will Smith said it best on Oprah. He said, Mom and Dad is rich. Y'all ain't rich. So, Jaden Smith's album, Sire, is really dope because it's something new. Now, if you're a rap head, this is going to throw you off. You're not going to understand what he's saying. But you need to listen to the lyrics. You need to listen to the melodies and everything because it's really crafted really well. His lyrics, not necessarily there, but he is 19 years old. So we can kind of give him a pass. It's not like it's not like he had that lyrical influence. I mean, his dad made Getting Jiggy with it. Right. So, well, sorry, that was Jay-Z. But anyway, it's really dope.
What?
He wrote that.
Shut the fuck up.
Is it him? Is it Jay-Z or Nas? One of them wrote it. Yeah. That whole Will Smith album and yeah. What else did I find out that Jay-Z wrote? Bugs Bunny. Remember that Bugs Bunny rap from Space Jam?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Jay-Z, definitely.
I can see that.
So I'm gonna find that out. Anyway, it's really dope artistically. Because after watching, like, She's Gotta Have It, I felt like I was an artiste now and all this other stuff.
Boy.
No, but seriously, like, artist-wise, like, a lot of people are like, what the hell is this? And you gotta understand, if you're not a fan of Kanye West and Drake, if you're not a fan of Jay-Z, if you're not a fan of, like, Triple X Extension and 21 Savage, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you have? Him. Ocean pointed that out for me, and I gotta give him his props on that. That shit is dope. And it's like, yo, this is I think he redefined a new version of rap. I don't know what to call it, but we definitely need a new label for it. Has anybody heard it? Has anybody heard anything?
I heard Icon. I like Icon without the visuals. Like, it's too weird for me. He's like rapping and then pop locking, and then I'm like, what the? Then the Tesla in the background with the.
I want to know if he has an icon on his body. Like, I want to see that tat.
He probably does.
I need to see verification though.
Do you think does he have synesthesia when you see colors, when you hear music?
He might. I wouldn't doubt it.
I haven't heard it. I've only heard her icon. That shit was bomb to me.
You know
so
what?
I'm gonna listen to the rest of it so I can, because that's how Kanye is. They've head nodded to that in Power, the show Power, because Lucius lost his memory, all this stuff, and he's getting it back, and now he has synesthesia. So it's interesting that I feel like a lot of it's becoming more mainstream how people create these sounds, because a lot of people don't understand where these sounds are coming from.
Right.
And I think in the Black community specifically, we have so many different points of references for our sounds. We have Africa. We have the Caribbean. We have America. And like as early as, think about bluegrass and jazz, those were like sounds that they were using from things they had around their house. They would take a steel pan, fill it with water, and bang on the side of that. They would take a washing board. Yeah. Like, you think about all those different sounds that we've created from nothing. Now you have soundboards that can recreate these sounds and then take them even further. Right. So I think it's interesting how people create and produce music. Because to me, like when I listen to like Pharrell's music, I'll be like, "Yo, where?"
Oh yeah, that joint with him and
I know. I love Lemon. I know you like Lemon. I love Lemon. That's my shit.
Really?
Forget it how I live it.
Wait a minute. What?
Wait a minute.
That's first of all, the chick in there. She was a baddie. She was a baddie. That's number one. Number two, that's classic nerd. That's not just Pharrell. That's nerd, and that's different. Pharrell.
Oh, let's talk about the acronym. The acronym album, it's called No One Ever Really Dies.
No, that's nerd. Yeah.
Oh, that's always been this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
That has been nerd since I'm a fan. Trust. I listen to all their albums. I love nerd. Yeah.
The crazy thing about hip hop that we need to really discuss very briefly, because I feel like this is going to go on, and we need to talk about that rap court. When it comes to hip hop in general, there's no one defining sound.
No, and that's which is good because it's ever evolving.
But we forget that, and we're so like sometimes unaccepting of it. For instance, I give you at one point G Unit ruled. 50 Cent was on top of his game, but then Backpack Rap, Kanye West came out of nowhere with it. And we were all like, "What is this?" But then we were like, "We love it."
Right.
And it's because of Kanye West. We have what's his name, Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
We have artists like him.
Chance.
But remember,
okay,
before we even go into that, we came from Shiny Suits era,
Big Sean.
right? We came from Shiny Suits to 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying, to Kanye West. And the reason why I'm saying Kanye West, because although his style he's been pretty much the same. Well, whoever wrote for him,
he's been ever evolving, though.
Right? Like Drake. You know what I'm saying? And it's Tyler, the Creator, like everybody else. So it's just like when we think of rap, we think of it generally one way until like we get like the Kendricks. Rap in a box.
So we need subgenres. That's it. It was we need subgenres.
I mean, there are subgenres. People subgenre themselves.
Okay, if I will say this.
Mumble rap.
I will say this.
Yeah.
Rap is always over. I agree. Mumble rap is a sub-rap. And even though people want to be like, back to when we had good music or nobody wants to accept it. The only problem is nobody ever wants to define themselves per se. Because for me to define myself...
That means I'm putting myself in a box and then I can't do anything other than that
what
I've said.
But then at the same time, I can't necessarily define myself too much because I may, like, say like, I sound like J. Cole. I'm like, I sound like J. Cole. Then I'm at odds with J. Cole. Then I sound like I'm a copy of J. Cole. Yeah. And then it's competition. Nobody wants to be in competition.
But so you know what?
Some of the best music was with competition.
I agree.
Like, here's the thing. It's like, you know what? That makes a good point. Like, what's the point of you not defining your sound, at least for the moment? Because even, look at Nicki Minaj's transition. She's elevated a lot, but she also has access to the best producers. And that's not even to mention all the pop shit. She's done pop and electronica with fucking David Guetta. Like, she has mad songs with David Guetta, and that rocks out globally. She's getting a check from Ibiza to down the block. Like, like you got to think about it. Like, the fact that she was made more palatable, so she can get that kind of money.
No, I agree. I agree 100%.
So I really think it's interesting.
I think what's going on is that right now is until we have artists who continue to challenge the norm. Yep. And I'm not saying like demean like who Biggie was, like discard who Pac and all these other.
Please don't come onto the scene disrespecting people that came before you.
Right,
they made it possible for you to look. You have Kool-Aid dreads and stinky ass breath.
Lil Wayne,
Lil Wayne, do not come on the scene doing that because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be here. All right,
I wouldn't be here. And I understand that sometimes we all trying to fill the gap, but first of all, a lot of y'all sound like another rapper. Some of y'all sound like a lot of rappers, and y'all don't want to admit it because if y'all did, your credibility would go on forcing you to work harder, and or you would have to actually challenge them, like Kendrick did, but nobody's answering. And if they are, it's indirectly.
Yeah. You know what's interesting to me too? Like,
Big Sean.
Stay humble. To me too, we're not gonna get him on the show.
There's so many rappers in their own subcategories or subgenres. They get, you know what's crazy? Even if they don't go like big mainstream, they get mad love from wherever the hell they are.
True.
Absolutely.
And that bugs me out. I'm like, yo, y'all really listen to this bullshit? You go to every state has a rapper that like people really rock with. Think about it.
No, I agree. I know who Ray Castro is.
Who?
Ray.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
I'm a pimp in my own. No, you don't know. I loved him. He wasn't from New York. He was from the South.
Oh no, because he's a little older.
I was trying to think of someone that I liked, but like wasn't super mainstream.
I want to continue that thought for 1 second. When we have rappers from our state, especially New York, we don't have to go into how big New York was, along with the West Coast and then the South.
Yeah, we're also spoiled because not only we're the epicenter for rap, we're the epicenter for music in general.
Y'all remember Def Jam South? Y'all remember Def
Jam
Island?
Yeah,
I love Def Jam South. Are you kidding me?
So like, my whole thing is like, I get you. I agree with you. We are proud of, but we need those rappers to challenge. I'll give you a great example. When the South was coming up, back when Junior was in play, right? Nobody was hearing me. You can ask Ocean. He wasn't hearing me. He was like, get out of here with this Luda. Get out of here with this T.I., Little John, Eastside Boys. Look where they're at now. Look who T.I. was. King, the album? Bruh.
I know.
Bruh.
I was listening to all that shit. There was something about the chopped and screwed flow that I just love that shit. I guess that's the country girl in me too. So I understand.
Mind you, if we had to pay homage, technically Outkast was out. Bun B, UGK was already out.
Yeah,
right? You
absolutely.
know what I'm saying?
Dungeon Family.
Oh
Dungeon Family. Oh, she took it back.
Woo. They had an interview on MTV where they actually went to the house where they made the hits.
Wow.
You need to watch that if you haven't, if you love hip hop. So like, once again, coming full circle back, we need the competition because
Luke's
here it is.
Crazy ass.
Yep. Once again, the South was out here fighting to be recognized.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Outkast was already putting out hits. Bun B at the time that I was thinking of G Unit. He was on Big Pimpin'. And Pimp C too. So UGK was on Big Pimpin'. You know what I'm saying? People were like, oh, okay, well, you know, let me listen to the South. And they were fighting for it. Nowadays, everybody's like, oh, I'm in my own lane. You know what I'm saying? Just doing my own thing. No, you don't.
But people can really make money being in their own lane now.
That's fine.
No, I understand that, but it just bugs me out. Like,
but you can't say
he's all right, but he's not real. Like, you're not.
Woo! Okay, with the ball.
Some of these dudes don't be saying nothing, and then when they come to the city, they be like, "Oh, I don't got love in the city." Fuck you. You don't. What are you even saying?
Because you know what it is. I think after Kanye, people are starting to realize that you can't necessarily believe in the hype. Like, I love Kanye. I love his music. Late Registration will always be my favorite album, and that's going against My Dark Twisted Fantasy. And I'm back and forth. My Dark, trust me. But Late Registration hit me first. You feel me? That's
those
first
are
love.
two different albums, though.
But it still hit me first.
No, I don't understand that. Those are
I ain't go front. Diamonds Off Forever was.
Woo! Sonically, those are two completely different albums. So I understand.
So we lost him. You know, not Yeezus. Yeezus, and then My Secret Life of Pablo. Whatever. We lost him or whatever. And then people began to see who he was. And then they were like, well, does his music equate that I deal with his attitude? It's kind of like dealing with that bad shit juice. And you start looking at your bills and you notice your pockets are lighting up. What am I really getting from this bad shit?
So who is really listening to his shit now? Oh, okay.
Huey's.
That's what happened.
No, because you know what? If Kanye dropped the song today, I'll listen to it. I gotta listen. I think he dropped something not too long ago, but it wasn't his. I think he was featured. I could be wrong.
Oh, the Sahai Prince joint, the dope on Sundays.
Boom.
No dope on Sundays.
I heard he was okay on that. I need something that gets radio play because he killed it.
I need him to do more features. He need to do some more features to get his cred back up, and then because one of my favorite songs is Oh, what was the fuck is the name of that song?
Which one?
It came out recently?
Old. With
Good Fridays?
2 Chainz.
Mercy.
Mercy?
Mercy. Lamborghini Mercy.
Yo,
chick, she's so...
Yo,
That's
thirsty.
Good Fridays.
Mercy?
Let me tell you.
Good
That
Fridays
one,
era.
the other one. Can a young nigga get money anymore?
Derrick, but he had to change the name because Derrick didn't want to be associated with
Yeah.
it.
That's another one
It's
that is-
called Code. Boom.
That shit.
Yep. Can a young nigga make money anymore?
Yo.
That's what he had with Kim in the video.
Yeah.
Kim in the video.
That was fire. Like,
Let me tell you,
fire.
I'ma take y'all back.
Telling her husband, I'm gonna put you on the bench.
Yo.
Jay had to call like, yo, son, don't mess up my Brooklyn Nets deal, boy.
Let me tell you how bad Kanye had it. He was releasing tracks from his album and just throwaway tracks every Friday. He had everybody on lock. That's why when Cruel Summer was coming out...
that's how the Jay thing with him, because look, Jay was upset. He said, yo, you supposed to be saving some of this for, what was the album?
Cruel Summer?
No, the summer for both of the album for both of them.
Oh.
Watch the Throne.
Yeah, he was taking some of those songs and then he was throwing it out on Good Friday, and then
that's funny.
That was a
They
little...
could have done so much better. You know how much good music could have had the game on lock.
Yeah,
At one point, they had Lupe and...
Common. They had Common.
With Lupe and Pharrell, was it? Yo, whatever. They messed up. They messed up that deal. They messed up. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It just went... Lupe went half crazy over here performing for the president, telling him he's a terrorist. I don't know if you remember that.
Nah, I don't.
Although he came back and he ripped that song with Rick Ross and Wale on it. Anyway, we can go on. All I'm saying is we need competition. Check out Jaden Smith's Sires, because you know what? I'm not saying you're gonna love it, but you're probably watching the new evolution of rap, like a new subgenre of rap, and we need to like label rap nowadays.
Yeah,
so
I
then
agree.
people could be like, I'm in my own lane. No, you're not. You fall right here.
Right, you fall right
Make
here.
sure you fall right here when you answering Kendrick. Oh. And now, last stoppers, a word from our sponsors. It's a shmoney.
Last Up on the L is proudly sponsored by Dulce Amore Couture, premium couture accessory line, specializing in jewelry and watches featuring the handcrafted Amore collection. Based in New York City, but not limited to, you can meet Miss Yeezy Smith on Facebook /Dulce Amore Couture or Instagram Dulce Amore Couture, or visit the website dulceamorecouture.bigcartel.com.
It's your boy Juice, aka The Juice is Loose. Studio 231 is located in the beautiful and trendy Lower East Side of Manhattan with studio rates and full studio setup. If you'd like to record with me at Studio 231, you can reach me at juice-cannon.com or Twitter at Juice Cannon.
And that's who's cutting the checks. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Speaking of coming up next, can we talk about Mace?
Yeah!
Can we talk about Mace?
Yo, that's
Take him to church!
Can we talk about how Reverend run Mace? Because you gotta add a run because he ran.
Right?
How Reverend Mace stepped out of the pew. He stepped out the pew. You know, what's that thing they got right here? He adjusted the collar, the preacher thing, whatever they call it. And he was like, I gotta answer Cameron. For those that don't know, Cameron and Mace have been beefing for years, all right?
A decade.
Yeah, Mace felt like, I'm be real, Mace feels entitled because he put Cameron on. And to be real, to some extent, yeah, Cameron has to pay him homage, but Cameron is just cocky. Also, if you're old enough to know who Dipset is, who Dipset was, and they point to Dipset, there's no Dipset reunion happening ever.
Please.
No.
Don't even ask for it.
Jim Jones is going to stay crying on the phone. I don't care, Jimmy, if you hear this, you're going to stay crying on the phone for this Dipset reunion.
Jewel's
part of Skull Gang. He ain't getting no money. He got shafted out of the deal, which Mace also said that Cameron set up. That's your boy, and he shafted you out of the deal.
Cameron is a goon.
Who's this girl? What's that girl's name?
That bitch. This bitch.
It begins with a T, right?
No, I don't know.
Whatever. She been down.
What is her name? What's
Cameron's.
Jewel's? No, Cameron?
No,
Cameron's girl.
Oh, Juju.
Yeah,
He broke up
Juju.
with Juju after 10 years because he got caught cheating. Niggas still ain't shit.
Wait, is that the same Juju on
Love and
Jim
Hip Hop.
Jones? Who you been drinking? What you been drinking? Who you been smoking?
No.
No, that's a different Juju?
Juju is black and Cuban, thick as fuck.
Yeah, I know. I seen her on Instagram.
Yeah.
She over
Yeah.
here talking about, I'm drinking this Slim Tea. No, you not.
No, she is. This ain't slim. She's naturally like that.
Oh, she's naturally
That
like
Yeah,
is
she lost weight. She
natural.
was
that tea ain't helping, girl. You've cleansed into something else. Good. But I hear you. Make your money. Make your money.
She's
Or he got caught cheating. I mean, come on though. Like, that's Cam.
What a fucking butterhead though. Like, come on now. I'm sick of...
I'm not gonna lie.
That's the real picture?
Side note, niggas still ain't shit. Can carry on with the beef.
No, it's cool. I mean, Juju bad, but, you know. All
right.
10 years? Fuck being bad. I was bad 10 years ago, and I still am, and I still got better. The fuck you mean? I'd have been tight. I'm tight for her.
Kind of reminds me of Jennifer Lopez.
But here's my thing. I saw a lot of comments about that breakup, right? But what I hate the most that I saw is that everybody keeps saying it's a waste of time. Let's be very honest. Juju walked away with a lot. She walked away with a platform. She walked away with God knows how many cars Camden bought her over these years.
That nigga got no
Don't
money.
call it a waste of time.
He ain't swimming in that much fucking sauce. Wait a minute.
I think he does.
Juice.
Nah.
What's the one thing women value most in this world?
A ring.
Time.
That ring and time. Yep.
A ring is, in a sense, time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm sure you heard this before.
I'm saying, like, I
could have been doing this.
Right.
You
living
feel me?
Living her life. Shit.
That's where it comes
and don't
from.
Get it
no
twisted.
matter what
she make her own money too.
Cam could have given her $1 billion.
No.
She would have been like, I still wasted 10 years.
No.
My life looking like
I
a
still
fool.
wasted No.
Don't get me wrong. $1 billion is a lot of money. She gonna be like, I wasted a bunch of time. But it's still time.
If he had a bill.
Time is different for us.
If it was a bill, she wouldn't have said shit. Nigga, you ain't that rich. Damn it.
That too.
Let's get this
that
fucking
too.
twisted.
You know what? You're right. If he was rich and it was, you know what?
If that was really Jay, see, perfect. Did Beyonce leave? Right.
No.
Well, Jay got more money than her.
Right.
I was very not disappointed, shocked. I'll say I was shocked about that.
That Jay got more money than Beyonce.
Yeah,
It's because he make.
Jay's not.
He's
privy to more moves than she is because she's a female.
Right.
I don't know about it because she's a female.
I'm telling you.
No. I understand the business world. Hold on. Hear me out on this. Hear me out on this. While I will not deny that some opportunities are more accessible to men, for sure, I just feel like his team is a lot more hungrier because Jay-Z wasn't even putting his all in. Just give me 2%. Just give me 1%. Give me 5% of this. No. And he kept doing
piecemealing
it. Yeah, he did.
Just cash out. You know what I'm saying? And you know that look at the Barclays in New York and Brooklyn. So we know it for Jay-Z, for real.
I'm talking about the talks that him and his partners and his friends and his business associates are able to have in the locker room, in the sweat lodge, while they're playing ball. There's y'all. You don't understand. Men have conversations about money in whole different arenas that women are privy to. Y'all have shit when it's just men. Because honestly, some men find women as a distraction when money's being spoken about. That's why they go to the city ball to have those discussions too. Because they can be flagrant and throw money at a chick for her to go away. Versus you can't have the discussion with another female in a city. That's why Atlanta get down like that. Because Atlanta, girls be in there having fucking business meetings too. That's how it go down in Atlanta. But I'm telling you, it's partly because I know it is. He was privy to more conversations about money than she was. But that doesn't mean that she does not have more earning potential.
No, I just feel like...
Now she made $100 million this year.
Beyonce is Shark City too. I can't front.
Yeah.
But Beyonce don't play with her money either.
Yeah, no, she don't.
No, she's worth 500 and Jay's worth 8. So it's like...
That's a lot of
fucking money. A lot, but...
That's fine. I mean,
we don't go into that one step, so we don't look into that.
Yes.
But anyway, the reason why we started this was because
Mason Cam.
Absolutely.
Sorry about that.
You got some free thought. Cam came after Mace because he, quote unquote, the statute of limitations had passed, and he talked about pretty much a murder that he did for Case, supposedly.
Caught a body. He said he caught a body for Mace.
And then Mace only paid him $100. So,
how much was there? There was a fee. Like I didn't know how much was I supposed to give you for a body.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna sit here and put a person's life on a price on a person's life. Sorry,
but that's what I'm saying. I understand that, but like I don't know.
I feel like
the way he was saying,
prostitutes get paid more for the purposes.
No, at the end of the day, it sounded like he was on a retainer, like he used to doing that shit. So May started like, here you go, bang. And then after that, he helped him get a fucking record deal.
I don't know, but it obviously Cam was feeling away.
Clearly, it's been 10 years. You felt the way for a whole 10 years with your bitch ass.
But then it also could be because, drama. So then Mace answered with the Oracle.
Yo.
And the amount of stuff that he's saying,
yeah.
if you haven't heard the Oracle, go ahead and hear it. First of all, I love the fact that it's on an old Jay-Z beat.
Oh yeah, fact though.
First of all, second of all, and then second of all, he's dropping some lines. Like, I believe 110% Cameron had sex with his sister. I believe that. Harlem World, supposedly Harlem World is tatted on him.
Baby Stace.
Right? I believe that's something the hood knows, but only the hood talks about.
Probably.
You feel me? Like, I can go to like Marcy Projects or even Brownsville, people who used to live in Marcy, and run into people who be like, yeah, I know Jay-Z used to live over here.
Of course.
So and so.
Of course. Devontae still live there,
so it's just like, I
believe
that. Mace came. I believe everything until they show otherwise. Because Cameron over here talking about I'm about it, right? About it remix. But when that game at the Rutgers happened, who was the first to jump the fence?
Cleared the fence.
He was the first out. He was with his crew. The camera came back. He was gone, son. Gone. They need to bring that up. So Harlem, y'all about to experience something.
Oh boy.
Also, really quickly, Jadakiss, Fabulous dropped a mixtape.
They got overshadowed by this bullshit.
Right.
This Cameron.
Let me just say this. Fabulous has been the king of trolling us because he dropped a really great album. No, sorry, great song. Like, Breathe.
Yeah.
And then we hear his mixtape and be like, bruh. Well, we hear his album. His album was trash, but his mixtapes are generally fire. And you ask any Brooklynite, they swear up to down with Trap Fabulous. Like, nobody's better than Fabulous. Like J.L., obviously Biggie. But like, I'm just like, Fabulous. But I heard Friday on Elm Street. Yo, Fabulous ripped your boy Jada. I'm sorry. I'll give Jada the intro, but he ripped your boy throughout every track. It's like, oh, you came here to play. I came to work. Cut me that check. I guess Fabulous needs some money. I guess he needs some money now.
I mean, shoot, it's Jada. I mean, I would bring my A+ game. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you don't want to...
Name all the tracks that you ever heard Jada get outshined on. If Jada... Don't get me wrong. Jada, if he's outshined, it's not by a lot. It's not like cleared. It's not like leaps and bounds. It's not like Batman versus Superman out leaping his shit. No! Jada's out there. Jada said some shit to this day. Fuck the frail shit. Because when a coke comes in, you got to use the scale that they weigh the whales with. Hold on. When I first heard that, I was like, how do they even weigh whales?
Oh, you didn't know.
Right?
No. You Googled that shit?
Because we didn't have Google at the time. It was like
ask Jeeves.
Right?
You asked Jeeves.
I'm looking at Discovery.com. How do they weigh whales? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is just crazy, man. So... check it out. That's some black excellence for you guys, real quickly.
That's black excellence.
It's hip hop, man. It's all
hip-hop
part of us.
That's some mixtape awesomeness right there.
Absolutely.
What I will say this is we got to turn to like the darker side.
The bullshit.
we just got to say it. So I want to start off by saying about my peoples. Black people in general, West Indians, Afro-Caribbeans, what you want to call us, Africans to some extent. We tend to be very forgiving. And I think we need to stop that. For real. Mm-hmm. For real. Had a conversation with one of my coworkers this week, and it's just like, multiple things that happen within like a church. Because you guys remember that incident where a nice racist man came and shot up a church full of black people, and they forgave him. And that's fine, religion, believe in your God, but there's certain things that shouldn't be forgiven.
Unforgiven, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, unforgiven now that it's forgiven, but it shouldn't be forgiven at all, because you know what? At the end of the day, it's kind of like you're saying, it's okay to do this.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's okay to do this repeatedly.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree with that.
Every episode since I keep throwing jabs at Dove. I don't care if they bar me from buying Dove. At least fuck Dove for sure. Hashtag it. But then when I get more people to see where I'm coming from and why I'm that way, I guarantee you Dove will have to pretty much get on their knees and just be like, please, mister. You know what I'm saying? Because it's no longer forgivable. Right now, people are still buying Dove as we speak. Dove ain't feeling nothing. Like, oh, we gave an apology. It wasn't really that bad. Mm-hmm. We'll watch it. No. That's not how it is. Anybody can tell you. You punch me in the face 3 times. You're not getting to the 3rd time, first of all. Let's talk about that. Yeah. But you're not going to apologize the first 2 times and then do it the 3rd time. You're going to get handled. So that's what we need. We need to talk about that. We also need to talk about like this whole Terry Crews thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Crews was assaulted by Adam Bennett. Adam Bennett. And, because of who Adam was, Terry Crews can retaliate. And let's be real, Terry Crews he could beat the shit out of anybody.
He could kill you with his hands. He looks like he could kill you with his hands.
That Old Spice commercial, he is able to use his back, chest, okay.
I remember. That shit was funny.
She got all
sweating.
No, that's just fucking hilarious.
It's funny.
Because he looks like he's on something. He looks like he's
Like
high.
the best one is when he goes in. But shout out to Terry Crews because you know what? He's like, yo, I'm not going to get shamed for this. He told everybody about it. He filed a lawsuit for it. Adam tried to apologize and whatnot. You know what's worse?
Yeah.
Our favorite Russell? You know what Russell said to him in an email? You know what it said?
What, Russell Crowe?
No, Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons, okay.
Russell Simmons, he's a pedophile.
You know what he said?
Oh.
Russell said, yeah, pretty much just let it go. He apologized. Imagine somebody groped you in a party full of important people, let's just say on your scale, because you're an upcoming actor or whatever, and just laugh, you can't do anything about it. And Russell Simmons sends you an email years later talking about just let it go.
First of all, let's get this straight.
Oh, tell him.
New York Times released a running list of men in Hollywood or of influence that have now been accused or have been accused in the past of sexual assault. Russell Simmons is on that.
Huh?
Oh.
Do you know how old Kimora was when he pursued her?
At first they said she was 14. She wasn't.
She was how old? She was younger than that.
11. They say 11. But
I don't know about that.
Not
so
you, Russell,
what they're saying right now,
Russell.
and I find it, they're saying that he was watching us since around 11.
Because she started modeling early. Because she
Right.
was super tall and, they started recruiting models that early.
But he started pressing forward since 14.
So what happened was he basically pursued Kimora
Nasty.
until she was of age to get married.
Okay, yep. And they got married, and pretty much he had her speak "Oh, I allowed it to happen. I did." No, you didn't.
No, you
didn't.
He basically
was a rich man with
he
access.
stalked, he really kind of I guess he kind of stalked her in a way. But anyway, so
is it fair for me to say that her parents auctioned her off, sold her? Technically,
possibly.
They married her off.
Kamora's adopted too, so that's interesting. That's a whole nother thing. But anyway,
okay,
that's a whole nother thing.
It's a touchy subject,
It
man.
is. So
touchy subject.
So he's on that list. Russell's on that list. The dude, oh my god, from CBS. What the hell is his name? Charlie Rose got freaking accused of sexual assault.
They dropped his butt quick, fast, in a hurry.
Al Franken, the senator, who was the homie, who been on Capitol Hill fighting a good fight against all of 45's cronies. So now the question I think is interesting is, so when we have people that are known to be assholes and have a track record of being evil, and now it's coming out that they are genuinely evil, but now you have people that have done good things, have done things for the community, that have done things for, up and coming people. And now it's coming out that they're getting accused of sexual assault. It's going to be real interesting to see how this plays out, because this is one of those things that I say this is a male privilege. A male can be the savior.
The rape culture?
No, America is a rape culture.
America has, not even just America. It's global. The abuse and the misuse of female bodies in this world is atrocious by far, and it's not even just in America, it's global. But I just think it's interesting how this is going to play out now, because men have the privilege of being the savior and the evil villain in the same story, because if he's done enough good, it almost washes away what they've done that's bad.
So I want to interrupt you really quickly, because what you're saying is 100% true. 100% true. So look at Louis C.K. I love Louis C.K. As a comedian, I loved him. His HBO special, but his previous stuff, he managed to drop the word nigga on me, and I laughed at it. And I didn't throw away. No, you gotta listen to the joke.
Does that go back to the who
listen
says
to the
that?
joke. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that just now. All right. However, Louis C.K., if you don't know, has definitely had 5 women come out saying that he pretty much told them to stay in one place as he masturbated to them.
On them.
Yep.
Sick
them.
fuck.
On them? Oh, even better. So
Sick
even
fuck.
better. I thought it was to something near a wall, whatever. It doesn't matter. The whole point is he forced them to stay there, and masturbate. Let me tell you once again, ladies and gentlemen, there are 3 things I was taught as a black male that I should fear. That consensual sex. I should fear that a woman says no at any point in time, and I try to make her say yes. Okay, aka rape. Let me not say consensual, it's rape. Second of all, exposing myself for no apparent reason, because if I get caught, not just caught, if I get convicted as an offender, that's a website that I'm on. Yep. That every time I go buy a house or whatever, that's popping up. That's popping up. That's of course the police, because you know what? Shit happens. And you know what? There's been a whole bunch of shit happening for the last couple of years. So it's crazy that Louis C.K., who's self-sustaining because he made a whole bunch of stuff, is able to get away with that. And I say get away with that because even if he pays, if they drop him and he pays whatever he does, what's going on? What's the reprimand? What's the punishment?
There's no reprimand.
Oh, okay.
There's none.
And this is why when we had that conversation about sending penis pics, how you should be registered as an offender.
Right.
I know it's an extreme, and I know fellas listening be like, yo, you wildin'? Nah, son. Imagine you get a penis picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want that. But then women get that repeatedly. Some women get flashed repeatedly. The looks are unsolicited.
Any pictures are unsolicited. There's just unsolicited. There's a lot of unsolicited actions that happen.
And it's not right. It's not right. Once again, I've been saying this, and I'm going to keep saying it. I'm happy that this is happening as far as people are coming out and saying anything. I am not happy that this happened to these people that have been assaulted by no shape, form whatsoever. But I'm hoping that they get their justice. That 14-year-old that Kevin Spacey assaulted, and then and it's not the only one. Kevin Spacey's like, oh, well, I'm very sorry if that did happen. I wasn't aware of it, but I was going through something. I just want to let you guys know I'm gay. Like, that you don't get to clear the chalkboard for that. You don't get a star for that. Bro, like, okay, you want to be gay? That's cool. Let's talk about the rapist you were. Let's talk about the molester you were beforehand. Because that's got to answer. That's got to answer to something to somebody.
Whether you were gay or not didn't permit you to assault someone that's younger than you.
I'm going to tell you something. No means no in every language.
Or you know what? And if someone is too afraid to outright tell you yes, then that means that's a no too.
Yeah.
Because people take silence as saying
a passage,
yes too, as a
passage.
pass. It's like, oh, let me ask. And this is what bugs me out. People put themselves in positions of power so they can abuse it. And that pisses me off. And that's why I'm real leery about who I trust and who's in my inner circle. Because I fear the day someone tries it with me and I'm going to Hulk out. Like, I feel bad for whoever tries it. Like,
no, I
like, and it's not like I have been in positions where I've been followed home a few times. I've been stalked. I've had friends that have been stalked before. And this shit ain't no joke. It's I mean, but that's women.
Yep, that's what women. Yep.
My boyfriend's mom, while she was pregnant with him, was stalked. In like her 8th, 7th month. She couldn't. I'm gonna do pregnant. She can't run. What's she gonna do?
So let me tell you something. This is what I think is gonna happen long term, or I'm hoping happens. I'm hoping that we all realize how serious the rape culture is in America, and how vocal women are, and how we can pull up receipts on everybody now, not just in Hollywood,
right?
Not just in Hollywood, because this isn't just Hollywood; it's everybody. And we start giving out these laws that's like, yo, bruh, you gonna serve this time.
But see, here's the thing though.
Or just as public humiliation.
When you start doling out, new laws and amendments to things, it's supposed to apply to everybody, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to do that when you're making the laws or you're not letting the laws pass.
So that's my next point. So if that doesn't happen and the laws don't pass, I'm hoping that there are leaders of certain communities that would take matters into their own hands.
You know what's happening?
Yeah. For real.
What a lot of people don't realize is happening, and it was I forgot where I saw the statistic. More women are buying guns now.
Yeah. When she took me to the gun
range.
Yeah. It was mostly women. It was just me and one other guy.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, y'all think a woman is less apt to buy a gun and to not practice. Well, did I say that right? Women are more apt to buy a gun and practice than men. Men will buy a gun with no experience. Be like, I got this. I play COD. I got this. Versus a woman, a woman's thinking more about not just the responsibility for herself, if she has kids,
right?
If she has someone else to taking care of, like there's more weight on it to a woman because we understand, like, we create life.
Yeah.
So this is now a weapon I can use to take away life. So more and more women are getting guns now because they see that the law isn't protecting them and preventing these things from happening.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. I deal with West Indian women. They quick to get a cutlass, and it's a quick cut. You know what I'm saying? And if need be, pow. You know what I'm saying? Not to make fun of it, but seriously, like. I encourage women protecting themselves because if the laws won't help you, and let's be real, some of the times they don't come forward because they don't believe people won't believe in them. That's, you know what I'm saying? That,
but you don't believe if I'll cap his ass though. But that's what happens.
Or I have to show up with the crazy domestic violence.
Right? Like, why I gotta get beat to a pulp? Yeah. You see?
Yeah.
But I think
in certain cases that are held up. Yeah, like I said, I want leadership. And I'm saying leadership in communities. I want leadership, whoever you come forward to handle it. Because when leadership start doing things like that, that takes the power away from the government, and the government has to step in. Then things get changed. Think about it,
right?
Because we are the government. We pay those guys. You ever realize? Like you say, I pay your salary, and to you, you're like, why would you even say that? Like, look, bro, that doesn't do anything. What they're saying is, collectively. You would no longer be here if it weren't for us.
Right. And it's true. A lot of people don't understand the power in that, but then you have to make people more socially aware of what the fuck is going on for real. But anyway, I digress. So it's a shitty situation. I'm here for all the fuckery because I think it's gonna be real interesting to see how many more people get exposed on some shit that women have known for a long time.
No, that's true. One thing we also talked about was male rape.
Yeah, that shit had me tight.
So, when it comes to male rape, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know anybody. At least nobody's told me.
You know people.
Maybe I know people.
You know
people. It could be the opposite because I knew women. Let me say women who were raped, who were molested, but I didn't know it happened. So I don't know any men who come forward to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but as it comes out, like comedian D-Ray, like you showed me, was raped. Was raped at 11 years old by two.
Hearing the hearsay, I thought it was kind of a joking matter, but when you see his body language and the way he was saying it, he wasn't into it. Yeah.
Homie, he said that's why his girls have a hard time getting me to go down. So you know he was forced to do something.
Ugh. Yeah, that he. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, So this is another thing that happens, not just in our community, but I think globally. There's this machoism, attitude of the earlier a boy can become a man, the better. And I think a lot of people misconstrued that notion with what a man is made of.
Right.
At 11, you can't get an erection. You can, but it's not like a full erection.
Right.
Your balls haven't dropped enough. You are not producing sperm. The whole point of you having an erection is so you can produce sperm to impregnate. Just like the whole point of sleeping with a girl at a certain point is to impregnate her. Now, we are all in this whole thing of, having sexual pleasure. Great. Protective precautions are now into play. Now it's like, oh, okay. How early can someone have sex before it is inappropriate? If you were forced into something by someone that is in a senior position to you, that is your caretaker, that is rape. If you are being told that if you don't consent to this action, I'm going to get you in trouble, that's rape. And that happens all the time. If you are getting bribed saying, I'll buy you this video game or I'll buy you this cookie if you do this sexual act on me, that is rape. You can't. It's like why are you even talking to someone that doesn't even have the fucking mental capacity to understand what's really going on? Yeah. And that's when it's like, well, when guys be like, oh yeah, I lost it at so and so, and I'm like, were you an active participant? Did you initiate that? No, you didn't.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I hear those stories generally, I'm generally like, no, you didn't. You didn't lose your virginity. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't lose it that early. Because sometimes it becomes an ego contest.
But it is an ego contest because they don't...
Amongst men,
But you realize that they don't consider themselves being rape victims.
Well...
That's the thing.
Well, that's the thing with rape culture in America.
But see, here's the thing. I think it goes deeper because I think for a male to say right out that they've been raped is such a shot to their ego.
Fair
and
enough,
instead of saying I was raped at 11, they say I lost my virginity at 11. I'm the man. That whole language switch, like putting yourself in the position of power versus being vulnerable.
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand that. That's why me and Issa got tight, because it's like, yo, like, that's rape. Like, like if these things don't add up, if the age is more than 2 years, or not even if it was someone that was your age, like, do you even know what you're doing? That's not rape if it's consensual. But at the same time, it's like, you don't even know where the parts go. For most people. You don't even know where the parts are going.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, okay. So it's like, it's. I feel like when people take advantage of kids, one of the many things that grinds my gears is that, and I know many people that has happened to, men included.
That's crazy for me, because like it opened up a new world for me, and I have to look at it again. I'm going to do more research on it, but it's just like I've never been molested. I've been raped, luckily. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and I don't wish that on anybody I know and meet, whoever. But it's just like, men, we look at sex differently. Sex is an accomplishment for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we lost our virginity at, like, let's just say 13, that's when your voice gets a little deeper, and you get a little stubble on your face, whatever that one little strand of hair down it. Like, you know, for us, it's like, yeah, I did it. But for it to be raped, and the crazy thing is, you touched upon something, it happens so much that we think we're losing our virginity. It's not just how it's said. It's you're not realizing you're getting taken advantage of. I need to see this more, because this is crazy.
But you know what? It's like, all right, when we take it to the extreme, you see when the woman says she gets raped and a man, it's two different
reactions.
Yeah, because
like
a man, like a man has to force himself inside her. He has to do something violent.
There's a lot of things
with a man. It's
coercion.
You touch him on the arm, he might
You
know what I'm saying?
You're basically coercing somebody into the act. Yeah. And with men, there's more convincing than there's a woman, because most girls are like, this feels weird. And we're told early on as girls, if this and this and this happens, you say no. Yep. So there's more. There's a more of a primer for women than there are for men. And I thought, again, it goes back to the whole power thing, because a lot of people don't realize that little boys are just as vulnerable, if not more, than girls are. And that's why it makes me mad. Like, when me and Chris be talking about how we're going to raise our kids, I'm like, oh, so you want to take you want to take our son to go shooting? You better get my girl a pink fucking gun and with dazzles and glitter and shit on it, and take her out there too. Because I don't want my kids to have to come up against anything that they can't see eye to eye on, and not be able to defend themselves on the same level. I feel like not enough girls get taught how to defend themselves and have the mental capability to do so, to look at people and judge them. And enough boys don't have the capability of how to, equal out their ego and testosterone with common sense. Yeah. Like, it's all ego, testosterone. Let's do dumb shit. But at the same time, it's like you
competitive too,
right? And it's like, and at the same time, you get into even more crazy situations because of that. So I feel like there's a certain level of equality when it comes to exposure for kids that needs to happen. I think our generation is realizing that when they're having kids, and they're attacking it way better than the generation before us, and definitely before them.
Agreed. Because I can tell you about some of the women I've dated who were victims of assault and rape, and the way that they were taught to handle it, and the way that they
shut up about it. Tell them,
amongst other things, they convince themselves that
what
happened to it. Like, I kind of like edged it on, and kind of was my fault. No, it wasn't. And I know me, like, my family, like, my mother's side is nothing but women. Like, they're repopulating the earth for sure. Like, we got like 6 kids to every aunt, cousin, whatever. And it's just like, I know I'm probably going to have a girl first. And I really can't. First of all, I'm probably going to treat my girl like a boy. That's right? Fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's this whole thing going on about being genderless. And, like, you can't have, for instance, certain states doesn't want a motion where if a men's bathroom has pants, the women's bathroom got to have pants so it can't have the skirt. And these are things we grew up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell my girl, like, listen, you can like whatever color you want. It doesn't have to be pink.
Right.
Take this gun, shoot it at the range.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Take this knife, slice it at the dummy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I honestly, men love tomboys better anyway. But it's just like, I want her to be prepared.
Right.
And I want my baby girl and my boy, definitely, that if they were touched in any way, I want them to come to me. I don't want them to be quiet about it. I don't want them to harness this. And and one thing I've always brought about rape victims is like, it's a traumatic experience for sure. But tell us. Because the longer you take to deal with it and not tell anybody, that's the key point. Not tell anybody.
It's going to just fester.
Not only is it going to fester, the guy
Your
who
actions
is
are
going to
gonna
keep doing it.
Right.
Oh,
They ain't
shoot,
caught.
yeah.
He's going to keep doing it because you ain't saying nothing. He's probably coercing more people into the same action.
Not
so the
for
5,
nothing.
10, 20 years it takes for you to open your mouth and say, you know what? That man, that woman raped me. They've probably done it to how many other people in between
And
that
gotten
time.
away with it.
Let's stop it. That's
Absolutely.
my point, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, once again, it's a traumatic experience. Take your time, deal with it, do what you got to do. But tell us.
But
Stop it.
Don't be afraid to speak on it because, I mean, and even if you can't tell, like, your parents, tell somebody.
Tell ACS. Tell somebody.
Right? Tell
Your parents probably
somebody.
get in trouble.
But
But you gotta, but like,
tell somebody.
And I feel so bad for the babies that got abused by people that their parents had around them. Like, that's what kills me.
Oh, that's when it's the hardest.
Oh.
That's when it's the hardest because
It's-
they don't even.
Like that in family, and it's usually not like most of the time it's people that you know. Like these are random like they're always worrying about the man with the candy hanging out the van. It's rarely that nigga. It's your uncle.
It's the uncle that wants you to sit on his lap all the time.
It's your cousin twice removed. It's the girlfriend upstairs that watch you sometimes because your mother got to work 3 fucking jobs. Oh, like it's crazy. Like
If you're listening to this as a subscriber, I want you to take a moment and like really think about a time. And I don't want you to go out here pointing fingers, but really think of a time that you may have been tricked into being molested and raped because it's real out here. It may have, some relative may want you to sit on your lap, may have touched you the wrong way, and that's the crazy thing is you thought it was normal. You thought this person was taking care of you. You thought this person was in your best interest.
Yeah.
I've had some friends. I've had this conversation about 2-3 weeks for now, like since the last taping, and some of my friends are like, I think I might have been touched inappropriately, and I didn't know it.
it's all about the language you use it.
So I hope you walk away with that. I hope you walk away with some more information. I'm gonna switch the subject up, and I'm gonna talk about who.
I just want to say one thing.
Yeah,
I feel like Terry Crews had the wrong reaction because now you see how you talking about the male ego.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you should be grabbing, like, especially someone like him. You should have had the most violent outburst ever. Like,
But
Here's the
he was
thing.
thinking about his
like how
bottom
brave,
line.
like, just
No. I agree with you because, like Danny Ocean said about Mike Tyson, everybody's got a plan to get punched in the face, right?
You're right.
Right. Here's
Yeah.
the problem with that. Terry Crews I think he was up and coming at the time.
Right.
He was thinking about his future. And then on top of that, he was also thinking about going into court
Not
for
only
assaulting a man, whether he would win. Because
Because
remember,
the guy had power.
he had power and money.
He had, let me tell you.
so he had to weigh the options.
You know how many
but-
thoughts probably went through his head in that split second that shit
Oh,
happened?
yeah.
Okay.
The faces
But-
he probably made when I was like,
Let me tell you something.
and then sometimes when shit happens to you, he's like, that didn't happen.
Yo.
They're like, that didn't really happen. And you're like, no, that shit really happened.
Terry Crews is one of the strongest motherfuckers I know to this day. Straight up. To be grabbed in public like that and not choke anybody out.
That's a sign of restraint.
The only person
That's a sign of zen.
Look, man.
only person that could get away with something like that is a kid. Kids don't know better.
Right, because kids are automatically
Absolutely.
like,
They-
And maybe senile old people, but at some point in time, you're like,
Right,
Grandma,
right.
are you really senile?
right, have a
And
seat.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to understand this guy did it purposely. Laughed in his face. Like nothing was going to happen.
That was it was a castrating moment for him. He did that shit to like show him like
In front of his
got
wife, by
you.
the way.
Right.
In front of his
He
wife.
How
did it in front of
fucking
his
bold.
wife. He
How
did the shit in
fucking
front of his
bold.
wife though. So
I mean-
you have a witness right there. Like I can't.
I don't know why men are grabbing other men in Hollywood like that, but
See, you know what? I didn't have to take an L that day because I'd have punched some motherfucker my damn self.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Niggas
we-
get too close.
I'll
niggas
explain
breathe too
up.
close to Christian. I'm like, what the fuck you breathing at?
I'm not
This
gonna
is
lie.
our air.
Right? Our air.
Hashtag our
This is
air.
our air.
Our air.
Get the fuck out my bubble, bitch.
I'd have been in
No gray sweatpants.
Oh my goodness. It's not the reason why he got us up. Pretty sure he was dressed up. Hey Terry, I saw you in your gray sweatpants.
Oh my god.
Is that the remote control? You know what? I hate you.
God.
So I'm gonna switch it up. We're gonna talk really quickly about this. About who can say the N-word. By N-word, I mean not only nigger, I mean nigga. If you have melanin,
Check.
if you don't have melanin,
X. It's a big
let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Do your research. There's been on Black Twitter, anywhere, white people, Uis, cannot say the word nigga. And I know it hurts you guys because on shows, maybe even songs that you like to sing, it's there, it's prominent. Yeah, you have to understand what comes with it. We suffered for that word. We suffered for that word. Y'all are okay. I mean, y'all can sit here and talk about, yeah, my family was in the camp. I'm sure they were. Were they in the camp for X amount of millennia? Were they also ostracized for being half a man at one point? Then got rights and still couldn't get...
Two-thirds.
You're right. 2/3. We still couldn't get a job. And then when we did, we still had to work as slave because nobody was hiring us. You know what's funny? Mars said something and She Gotta Have It. He said, that's messed up, that I'm the first of my generation to get... I'm the last to get hired, but the first to get fired.
Yep.
Last to get hired, first to get fired.
How awesome is that? And that's something that we've been going through for the longest. That's something we've been going through. So, understand, there's a lot to it. You can't say it. Biracial people, half black, yeah. But you know what? We watching you.
It depends on the context.
It depends. It does. It does. I'm sorry. And you know what the crazy thing is? We, as black people, only say it to each other. Like, I don't know anybody here who has, let's just say, a white friend named Tom, a Yui. Tom goes, look at this nigga here. Like, look what the fuck he's doing.
No,
like, nobody says that.
I know people.
Right. He. The only exception to that rule is that he has to either grow in that community somehow, some way, or he has to be, like, dumb cool. And even then, you kind of like...
And other people, it just looks...
But you don't hear, like... I don't hear white people call each other... You always call it cracker. I don't hear Asian people calling each other chinks or gooks. No.
You know, facts, guys.
Latino
you know
people
what?
say
You're right.
You spick. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you so hard up on our fucking derogatory word? The fuck? You're right. You know what? That's a good point. That's high five.
That was a great point.
That's a good point.
Thank you. I got the...
There's billions and zillions of different words in this world, in this universe. Pick that. You this is the one motherfucking word you can't have, okay? Kick rocks, goddammit. Y'all be alright.
And you know what? It's not like y'all are saying it just to be cool and hang out. Y'all are saying it to be derogatory.
Exactly.
I'll give you a great example. You be playing Call of Duty. You could be whipping somebody.
Oh yeah, we be online.
We be online. The black man can be like, yeah, I'm having fun. And what does the Yui say that lost? Nigger.
Right.
You did this, blah, blah.
You're probably a nigger.
Over a game.
All right. You mad because I whipped that ass? Sit down somewhere, Jimmy, with your whack ass.
Ocean brought up a point where he was like, you know, how people say they're not racist because they said such things. Let me tell you something. I'm agree with Ocean. When you're upset, you don't reach in and just call somebody a nigga. You had to be racist for that to come out.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't know it.
First of all,
I don't know how you didn't know.
There's
a certain hate, a racist hate.
A certain, you know, like something that comes out of you when you're cursing on these first-person shooter games. I watch my babe play them. And the amount of profanity that gets thrown around is crazy.
It's an aggressive thing.
This is an aggressive thing, but not even just that. You practice that. It wasn't like your first day you said that word.
Yeah.
You didn't sign on your Xbox, put on fucking Call of Duty and say, you know what? I'm gonna call someone a nigga. You didn't play in this shit. You've been saying this shit for a while.
Yeah.
Stop playing yourself.
You probably saying it with your friends.
Right.
In
all
school,
day. Singing it in the song in your car.
But because you are behind the screen.
Right. And hundreds of miles away, you feel safe enough to use a derogatory word to someone who may or may not
I'm not racist.
be even black.
Yeah.
So you just saying a word to say it. Again, there's so many different words in the world that you could say. How about you step your fucking thesaurus game up, nigga? Like, now I can say it. Guess what? Step your game up.
Nigga.
You can step up.
Say it with your chest.
Right. Find another word. There's so many different words that can call people so many different things.
Listen.
Get creative.
And an interesting point is, you remember how you said biracial people? Like, Logic doesn't use that word at all, I think.
No, I love that for her.
He doesn't.
Because you know why? Because he got scolded a lot when he was a kid. His mother used to call him that shit.
That's crazy. And his mother's the black one, his father.
His mother is white.
Oh, his mother's white.
His father's black. His mother used to call him a nigga.
How about Eminem, right?
Perfect.
Eminem.
I mean, Eminem, we know.
He's a white boy from Detroit.
He has an honorable past because he hasn't used it this entire time.
When he goes through all the time, he made sure he never said it.
And that's what I'm saying. You get mad respect because he made it throughout his entire career and never even dropped the N-word on a track, not once.
He did it with Jay. He did it with so many greats.
Dre, Jay-Z,
50.
Kanye,
Woo.
50. You work with like mad people, and he's been like,
He
and
made
that's why Eminem is always invited to the Black Cookout.
We got to do a play.
He will get the second plate. Fuck around.
Word.
Second plate with a big ass scoop of potato salad.
I ain't gonna front. Terry Crews getting my place, bro. Cause you.
Oh no, Terry's he's MVP. I always love Terry.
MVP.
But seriously. If you're not black, you can't say it. Sorry.
Don't do it to
Sorry,
yourself.
find yourself another word.
Don't do it.
Can we talk about something good, though? Can we talk about...
Yes. Brightest subject.
Jeff Besos, the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
Amazon, after Black Friday.
100 billion men.
Yo.
It's ridiculous.
Just hit the...
I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's safe to say you may want to invest in Amazon. I'm not even going to...
This shit's probably too expensive now to buy. It's a little late
the
for
stocks
that.
is...
Amazon, Bitcoin, look out for these people, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So... I do want to end on a positive note. I do want to talk about... let me talk about the importance of Last Stop on L. Can we go on that real quickly?
Absolutely.
So, like I said, it's been a whole year since me and Ocean started this. We've had some great times. We had, obviously Juice join us. We had Savannah Sage, throwing a shade continuously nonetheless.
All day.
Falling out of chairs, growing locks, not growing locks, throw that out there. We had Yeezy, Palooza over here.
Right.
One of the great things that I love about this show that I look forward to is the message that we talk about. I constantly love it when people tell me I learned something from this show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I learn something too all the time, but it's always great. And one of my main ideas that I keep telling is that we need leadership. It sounds familiar, right? Because without leadership, we're still in the same place. We're running nowhere. We're running in the same place until we get leadership. Not only will they value us, right, at what we are and what we do, what the power that we have, but all these things will stop. Rape will stop for men and women. Mm-hmm. You understand? Companies will actually have a black focus group and be a little bit more, kind and thoughtful when they put out their advertisements. Right. Maybe schools, I can't really say for school systems, but I'm pretty sure school systems will get better funding. I'm going to say it. Yeah. Because you know what? We'll have the funding to do it. But see, the problem is until we get leadership, and I'm not talking about Reverend Al Sharpton. I'm not talking about Louis Farrakhan.
How you supposed to help me taking pictures? How was it? Remember that J line?
Oh my God! Yeah, listen. I think it's kind of like you either see yourself become the good guy, you either die the good guy, or you see yourself become the villain.
The villain.
But it's like we need that leadership to keep that in check because otherwise we're going nowhere fast.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. For like a year plus.
Season 2, episode 1, baby.
We need leadership. This your boy Mayhem Mike. Once again, you can find us at the Last Stop on the L on Facebook, Last Stop on the L on Instagram, Last Stop on the L on Twitter. You can find me at YFR Mayhem on Twitter. Who we got again? Oh wait, no, we can't even end the show. We gotta talk about the new Yeezy chains. Yeezy. Yeezy.
Dulce and More Couture for the holiday season got some popping ass stuff out there for the man in your life.
I'm still waiting for my chain.
Don't hold your breath.
I got
2. What's the name of the? Is it a separate line, right?
Yes.
Oh, she coming in, people. Ladies and gentlemen, Yeezy Smith.
Hi. So we just launched our men's line, which is Hidalgo for him. Hidalgo means the gentleman in Spanish. So we got some dope pieces. Check us out. We're on Instagram at Dulce and More Couture,
right,
as well as Facebook.
Yep.
Our website is dulceandmorecouture.bigcartel.com. So check us out.
We ready to order right now?
Yes.
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah, I got two on.
Break the internet.
Oh, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Geeks Unlimited, of course. We got Sebastian. It's a great channel. Definitely find us on YouTube. I'm part of it. I'm in the first actual description, actually talking about things geekly. We got Sebastian Bonner at .net. You can find him on Facebook. You can find him on Instagram. Sebastian spelled SEBASTIANBONETART. Bam, you can find Lawrence B. He's also at Batman on IG and Twitch. Batman121598. I'm not repeating that. Twitter, Poetic Genius 718. If you don't know how to spell Poetic Genius 718, go to the YouTube channel and kill yourself. Okay? And of course, you can find me Last Stop on L. Go ahead.
See y'all later. On the stage here. About to go home and drink the rest of my coquito.
It's your boy, Mr. Juice's Loose, Juice Cannon, and we signing out.
Where's my macaroni pie, though?
Not here.
Yeah. And I got a colorful aura, like I got neon guts. And I got a colorful aura, like I got neon guts. Admitted I move like amoeba. Yeah, I float in the room like I'm reefer. Yeah, alien, I'm not your kind of people. Yeah. Telepathic fan, watch how I read you. Boy, you ain't got emeralds greener. Nah, you ain't got Richard the Sleevey. No sir. And I got a rose that's in the grove that I ain't drove. Shit, I don't know the reason. 3 or 5. Underlay, revive. Hola. Me and J Babbin on G5. Chola. Success is a drug head, man, we high. I am mother is a beehive. Yeah, I got love for you haters.